You know, it all started this morning. Man, I'm telling you, I just posted a video yesterday, how great of a week I'm having. And then I recorded the drop and hook earlier today with this trailer that I have now. And now I'm on the side of the road. Man. What's going on, y'all? Just coming back with another video. This is not gonna be a long video because they're fixing my trailer now. But man, you know what? When things are going good, don't say nothing, man. Don't say it. Don't say a word, because then something bad's gonna happen. Like literally just saying how was in a hole, home for 2 weeks, was in the hole, you know, like $2,400. I'm making out with this load, and I'm like, man, you know, I'm having a great time. Posted that video last night, went to bed, woke up this morning, got fuel in the truck, got over to the 01, and just, man, just got to the 01. There's no problems getting to the 01, you know. That was fine, got to the 01 just fine. Winds are a little high, but got to the 01, dropped my empty trailer there. Then, and I'm actually going to edit that video later, but I'm going to upload this one now, or I guess before they say I'm ready to go. But man, like, was recording a video earlier about, excuse me, about, you know, kind of like a tutorial for people who don't really know what drop and hooks are, which I apologize now because I'm not used to having the headset or the head mount for the GoPro, so you're like looking at the sky. So the parts that I'm actually driving, I'll see if I could pull my dash cam video and sync it up, and we can just do it that way. But man, that video is gonna be hard to edit too, because usually drop and hook loads, I'm in and out, you know. By the time I check into the shipper and then check out with either, you know, coming in with an empty and leaving with a loaded, doing my live loaded call, my pickup trailer, drop trailer reports, and my depart shipper macros, I'm probably 20, really 15, maybe 20 minutes tops, and I'm out of there. It took me almost an hour to do this drop and hook because they dropped this trailer when it was super high. They dropped this trailer when it was like jacked up in the sky, and I had to crank it down all the way, as well as they parked the trailer on an incline, so I had to lower it even more than usual to get it onto my truck. So, and it's 104 here, sorry y'all, it's 104 degrees here. It was about 106, 107 degrees, you know, back in Cactus, Texas. So I'm out there, black t-shirt, you know, not really, all right, put this on vibrate. Sorry. You know, black t-shirt, because I'm not expecting to be out there that long. I'm cranking this trailer about 30 minutes, like 25, 30 minutes. So I'm like, man, you know what? Rough start to the day, but whatever. Optimism. You know, we gonna ride, you know. You checked out, everything's cool with the trailer. Trailer seems like it's gonna be overweight. Turns out that, you know, it's fine. Everything checked out on pre-trip. You know, leaving the shipper, I ain't really have any issues. You know, checking out, literally just check the seals and out of there. So everything was going good. You know, got down the road. There was a state trooper that had a truck pulled over in front of the shipper. So as soon as I passed him, that trooper pulls out from behind that truck and follows me for like 15 miles. But I'm in Texas, so the speed limit's 75. My truck goes 65, so he was gonna have a hard time finding anything wrong with my truck. So he followed me for like 15 miles. You know, obviously I didn't get pulled over because I would have recorded it. But, you know, I was like, dang, well, you know, everything that's going on, I'm not being like some conspiracy theorist or anything, but still, you know, it's the fact that it's happening, it's still happening. So He followed me for about 15 miles. I knew he couldn't pull me over or anything, and everything in my truck is completely legal. So, like, yeah, I mean, he was gonna have a hard time, you know, getting me a ticket if he did pull me over. But outside of all that, I was like, you know what, whatever. I get down to the cap scale. I had to scale the load because I was a little fearsome of the weights. Got that squared away, took my 30-minute break. Again, had to walk around the trailer again, you know, check my right way, make sure that was calibrated on the trailer, as well as my truck. No problems. Man, I'm probably, like, I'm out here, and first of all, it's a hilarious city name, so it's not all bad because it's funny. But I'm in Hooker, Oklahoma. Like, I think my GPS says I'm like 4.2 miles from the Kansas border. So I'm shutting down in Kansas tonight. Like 4 miles from the border. And I'm driving down the road, you know, lightly listening to my music, and I just start hearing this hissing sound. I'm like, what is that? You know, because in the car you hear hissing, you know, the AC goes out. So I'm like, so I turned my AC off, still kept going, turned it back on, put it on heat, put it on cold air, still going on. So like I turned it off and I kind of leaned forward while keeping my eyes on the road, kind of leaned forward to see where the sound is coming from. I noticed coming from my trailer protection valve. I'm like, dang, my trailer has an air leak. I wonder if it's that seal, because I mentioned it on the video I'm going to edit later on this week. I mentioned it. I'm like, the seal isn't quite terrible yet. The seal is bad, but not air leakage bad. And I said it on that video. And so that was my first thought. I'm like, dang, that seal really was bad. Well, it's a quick fix. I can pull over and fix it. I hit this shoulder, man. By the time I pulled my tractor brake, changed my duty status to off-duty brake, took my seatbelt off, I was out of air in my air tanks. And I'm like, what in the world? So I pulled my trailer brake, air it back up. That way I can push it back in so I can go see where the air is coming from. I'm like, there's no way, if it was a bad seal, there's no way it's leaking like that. So like, man, it's filled it back up, push the trailer back in, push the trailer brake in, and turn the truck off. That way the air tanks won't keep recharging, and I can also hear over it. As soon as I open my driver's door, I can hear the brake chamber from the trailer, from the cab. I'm like, man, this sucks. So I get back there, and sure enough, structurally the chamber looks absolutely fine, but there is literally so much air coming out from the chamber that the airbags can't even hold the trailer up, you know, from the weight of, obviously, the weight of the load that I have. Like, it was literally airing down my trailer. And this is with, you know, you're supposed to be supplying air to the trailer, because we have air ride suspension on our trailer. So when you push the trailer brake in, it lifts the trailer, so you know, it rides on air for the most part. But it, you know, it was pushed in even though the truck was off, and it steadily declining in air. And I'm like, oh man, this sucks. So I get on, you know, get on our Prime app, you know, get in touch with Road Assist, like, hey. Also, in the 40 miles away I am from this shipper, my trailer left tire, which I also went over pre-trip in my last video, my trailer left front tire has a tiny bulge in it now. And I'm like, this is one hit after another. And also, before you say it's the same, it's the trailer front tire has a bulge, and the trailer left rear brake chamber is the one that busted. So two completely separate axles. So I'm like, man, this sucks. So get in touch with RA, let them know what's going on. Tell him what happened. He, you know, asked if I could get, you know, to a Love's or a Petro. And usually, you know, I always usually do. Sorry, I keep looking back because he's working on a trailer. But usually I'm in a kind of area where I can make it there. But when I say literally the middle of nowhere, like, the closest Love's is 6 miles behind me, no repair shop. 10 miles in front of me, no repair shop. the closest TA or Petro was back in Amarillo, Texas, and that was 158 miles. And once I saw that, I wasn't gonna look for a Love's, closer to me with the shop, because I would have to click on each one to figure out. But in the area I'm in, there's a circumference of at least 100 miles. There wasn't one, so I'm like, okay, well, shoot. Let them know I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to take this down the road. Like, you gotta call somebody out here. To be honest, I don't even know if it's towable. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. I just know I can't, or I probably could. I don't feel safe to do so, and when I don't feel like it's safe, that's it. So let them know. They said it's gonna be about an hour and a half, 2 hours till they got here, and I mean, he got here pretty quick. I mean, he definitely kind of snuck up on me because I was back here eating. Then I just heard a knock on the door, and I'm like, oh God, like, what's going on now? And like, I'm not sure who the road service is, but he was very nice, very respectable. It's just, the way he knocked on the door, I'm like, which I should have just rolled the window down and asked what's up, but instead I opened the door like an idiot. Like, hey, what's going on? But no, it happened to be our road service guy, which is good. Didn't die today. But yeah, I just wanted to come and just come on and rant real quick, because now I feel better. Hopefully he can get me out of here at least in the next hour. He did say it was gonna be a while, but counting down, I'm already down on my 14-hour clock already. If he can get me out of here in the next hour, I can still, because I trip planned before I start my day. I can still make my resting point, like, with the time that I have left on my clock. I can still make to, I think he just unpinched the lines. I can still make it to where I originally planned on stopping for the night anyway, so hopefully we can still do that. But that's it, y'all. I just wanted to come and rant for a little bit. Like, there's not even a moral to the story. I just wanted to talk. All right, y'all, be easy.